Frank Skinner breaks silence on radio acts as he details being rejected after 15 years. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Comedian Frank Skinner was axed from his radio show earlier this year, and he's now opened up about how he felt rejected and dumped. Absolute Radio's loyal listeners were struck with disbelief when Frank Skinner announced his departure from the much-loved breakfast show after a remarkable 15-year run. Frank revealed he was given the boot, expressing his reluctance to part ways with co-hosts Emily Dean and Pierre Novelli. Appearing on Good Morning Britain this Tuesday, the witty 67-year-old comic recounted the abrupt end of his radio journey and discussed what lies ahead. During an engaging conversation with ITV's Ed Balls, he was asked, "How did it happen? The Frank Skinner radio show. Award-winning over so long and suddenly they'd pull the plug." To which Frank drolly responded, "You know what it's like. It's like being the older wife. You're great, but they just get fed up with you, and you get rejected and dumped. Then you have to try and start a new life elsewhere." GMB star defends decision not to wear a poppy after viewers switch off. Coronation Street's theme tune change hints at Gail's fate after health scare. But the comedian is not one to miss a beat, divulging that he has already ventured into the podcast realm, which he's no stranger to, having previously launched one back in 2006, reports The Mirror. His latest endeavor, Frank Skinner Off the Radio, debuted at the beginning of October, promising the same sharp humor. When discussing the fresh project, Frank told Ed and Charlotte Hawkins, "It's me trying to be funny with the two people I did the radio show with, Emily and Pierre." Adding a touch of humor, he admitted his partner regards the podcast as his best work, playfully adding, "But she has short-term memory." Emotion surged when Frank bid farewell to his Absolute Radio audience during his final broadcast earlier in the year. In his heartfelt farewell, he expressed gratitude to his listeners. "I thanked our readers before, but honestly, the just, funny, interesting, informative, honest, you've triggered off sort of entire shows have been based on one funny text or email. I shall miss you. I suppose I see you as one group, but as I said, you've totally been the fourth member of the team." After acknowledging his fellow presenters, he went on to say, "You've been the best audience ever. I can't do the 'we'll be back next week,' because we won't. We'll never be back. But I love you all. Bye-bye." Elsewhere, his podcast launch comes after Frank's appearance with David Baddiel on Channel 4's Celebrity Gogglebox. Discussing his experience on the hit show with the GMB stars, he revealed, "I thought it would be a real laugh. Me and Dave sitting and watching to telly talking about it as we've done for years. But, of course, it's telly, so you've got the producer butting in and saying, 'Can you talk about this and that?' So it was like an annoying neighbor turned up at his house and interrupted a lot. The record was I think about 3.5 years. That's what it felt like."